Christian school, and I will be presenting camping trip that I've been named. This all started because my dad seems to think he's always right. He was right when he said the our family vacation wouldn't be on a one camping trip. I've never been camping before, so I wasn't really sure what I should expect. Actually, none of us had been camping before. That should have been my first warning sign. This wasn't Dad's first grand plan. Last year, Mom decided that we should go to Florida over Christmas. Dad, worried that Mrs. Snow, decided to pack some in our suitcases. Mom wasn't very happy to find her clothes soaked with melted snow. And the summer before that, he wanted to watch his own fireworks show. But when it got rained out, he moved it into our garage. It was alright. The factory knew where we lived. Dad was excited. I wasn't. I'm not the outdoorsy type. I'm the let's order room service type. I don't know what I ever did to nature, but it seems to really have it out for me. I can't even go outside to get the mail without being bitten by a bug. We needed camping equipment, so Dad and I went to the worst place you can be on a holiday weekend, Walmart. Now that's no problem when it is a maze of carts trying to figure out which aisle to go down. It took us approximately an eternity to find the camping gear. I thought that was hard. Turns out, we were not the only family needing camping supplies this weekend. There's only one tent left on the shelf. It was disheveled, open, but on clearance. I was a little worried that it would fit my mom, my dad, and me. Dad was excited and started filling the cart with one of everything. Dad, whatever you do, don't forget the bug spray. Go to at the bottom of the cart. Don't worry, old Pop's got you covered. I have no idea how, but we managed to fill our carts from the single picked over shelf of camping goods. After checking out, we wheeled our cart into a parking lot. Somehow, once we started loading the cart, supplies had somehow expanded. I was left with about an eighth of the back seat, which is not enough for a human to exist in. Dad assured me that I would be alright, as it was only a 3-hour drive. We finally made it to Camp Wakatiki. Note to self, never go camping at a place you can't spell. There were not any other cars in the parking lot. That should have been my second warning sign. After an hour hiking, we arrived at a small clearing that said, "What a wonderful view." Why are all wonderful views uphill? I thought Mom was going to pass out. Dad started to put the tent together. That's when we realized why the tent was on clearance. The instructions were in Russian, or maybe Korean, and half the stakes were missing. No big deal, since we didn't have a hammer either. I found a rock to use. And after 2 hours, we had something that resembled a tent or a grounded weather balloon. I turned around and Mom started freaking out for no apparent reason. Later, I learned that she had walked into the spider web. While flailing, Mom knocked off her glasses and broke onto the rocks. So much for a beautiful view. Next, we tried to build a fire. Tried and failed. We ended up eating the beef jerky Mom had picked up from the last gas station. It was getting dark and the mosquitoes were starting to show up. I reached into my backpack to find the mosquito repellent when I found out it wasn't there. Dad, I thought you said you bought the mosquito repellent. I did. Well, then where is it? Got right here. With that, I bought a bug spray, and that simple bottle, he couldn't have covered our hamster. I had it. We had beef jerky for dinner, no fire, and I was about to get devoured by mosquitoes. I tried to escape by climbing into our tent. Turns out, a bat had the same idea. I tried to escape, but the zipper on the door was stuck. here I am, hungry and tired, stuck in a tent with a bat. I screamed, which only scared the bat. Mom wasn't much help without her glasses. Finally, Dad got the zipper unstuck and let that bat out. That is when we looked up and saw Mom. I wonder how a kitty cat got up there. Turns out it wasn't a kitty cat. Mom was crouched down on the ground, calling to a black and white skunk. Even Dad was scared now. Panicking, he threw the leftover beef jerky into a nearby bush. Surprisingly, it worked. Who knew skunks like beef jerky? That was our third warning sign. We were not meant to carry. I put on my best puppy dog eyes. Dad, can we just go to a hotel? I'll even order room service. Dad agreed. We stumbled to the car in the dark. We let Mom taking turns because without her glasses, she couldn't see where we were going. Finding the car was easy enough. The parking lot was still empty. As we drove around looking for a hotel, I figured other camping trips hadn't panned out either. The first two hotels we went to were full. When we finally arrived at a hotel, I threw open the curtains to find what kind of view it had. The view was none other than the path to warmer parking lot. To be honest, this might have been the craziest family vacation ever. I might be glad it's over, but I'll never forget this experience. I don't think any of us will. My favorite part was the room service. It tasted great.